I speak it though, I speak it though. What's on your mind? What's on your mind is deep though. I speak it though. We on the air, we on the air. Just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch feels about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby.
OT radio show. And listen, man, we got a very good show for y'all today. Today we have actor, producer, director, and author. Now he's best known for his role in the daytime Emmy-nominated Amazon Prime series, The Watch, as Chuck. Now y'all seen him on shows that include CW The Walker, Out and in the South, the miniseries Forbidden Daughters on Amazon Prime, Secret Beneath the Floorboard, on Lifetime, Kingsmen. Man, I got him here, y'all. I got Mr. Draper Wynston has joined us here on the show to talk to us. We are bundled up because it is cold out here. We are bundled up, y'all, right here. What's going on, bro? How are you feeling today, man?
What's going on, sir? I'm doing all right. I'm good because I'm inside and warm. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's just dive right into it, man. You know what I mean? It's definitely an honor and a pleasure to have you on the show, man. You know, I definitely appreciate you taking this time out to have these conversations with us, man. And let's talk about what's going on with you. So let's start from the beginning. How did everything get started, man?
Oh gosh, how did everything get started, man? First of all, I'm grateful to be here with y'all. I'm able to be happy to be here with you, man, on the show. But how did it get started? I was a college athlete, man. I was a college athlete, and I was playing basketball, and man, I saw this ad in this paper, and it was for looking for models. And I was like, you know what? And it was paying like $200-300. I was like, all right, cool. You know, I'm gonna go check it out. So I booked that, and then I was like, man, this is kind of fun. You know, I made $200 in like 30 minutes. I was like, man, let's do this. Let's see what else is going on. And so I hosted this step show. Part of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So I hosted this step show, and in the audience was a producer for this short film. And after we got done with the step show, he called me outside. He said, "Man, you're kind of funny, man. You should come audition for my film." So I go audition for the film, and I don't get the part. He doesn't cast me. Well, a month later, something like that, two weeks later to a month later, he gives me a call. He says, "Hey, I got this script, and I think you'll be absolutely perfect for it, and I think you'll be great. If you like it, it's yours." So I read it. He said, "Come over, read it. If you like the script, it's yours." So I went over, read it, and man, it was like a dream, man. He was sitting by a swimming pool and stuff with the other directors, and producers and whatnot, and I loved the script, and that was how I got started, man. I love the script. I shot it. It was my first ever time being on film, and it's a short film called Leaving Town, and that was my first thing, and that's how it all got started. Ever since then, I was just like, let's keep it going. And then I auditioned for a play, booked that, and then after that, man, I had just been hooked.
Man, so I gotta ask this question, man. How did you feel, right? When you got your first like known role, right? As Chuck. How did that make you feel, man?
Man, it was an exciting time, because what's funny was that Washed had 2 seasons, and so I missed the opportunity to audition for the first season, and I went and auditioned for it, and I auditioned for another character. And the producer and the director, he was like, "Man, I want you to read for this. So they send me back to the holding room. I go read, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, man, we'll call you. And they call me, and hey, we would love to cast you as Chuck. And so at that point, you know, it's like, oh man, this is dope. It had got so much buzz. You know, season 1 had got a lot of buzz. It had, you know, won a couple of awards for season 1. I was like, man, to be a part of it. And then to come in and play that character, which has been one of my favorite characters to play. Man, it was kind of surreal. And then all the accolades and stuff that happened, with Chuck. That was my first ever award that I ever won. Was for Chuck, man, at the Indie Series Awards in Los Angeles. That was my first ever award, solo award. We had won some ensemble stuff, but that was my first award, and it was for Chuck, man. And so it was when I say it was an exciting time, true exciting time, man.
So now let's stay right there for a minute, right?
Right.
You say your first ever award. I mean, you got many awards, but this one right here. How did it feel getting your name called and then you walking up there, dude? Like you gotta tell our listeners and people who viewing just that experience and how did you feel going into that, man? Like you just sitting there, they just called you.
Listen, OT, when I tell you, it's like it's a surreal moment. It's one of those things that you don't ever, you expect, you hope for, but you don't ever prepare for. And so when I got the nomination, I was like, oh my gosh, I got a nomination. Okay. And this is like a real big indie series award show. I mean, it's the whole nine, Los Angeles, this theater, this whole thing. I saw the press release and everything. I was like, oh, this is wild. Okay.
Right.
And as things are happening, so they're still putting out this marketing and stuff like that. And you see nominated for Best Guest Actor, Draper Wynston. You're like, oh my gosh, this is surreal and this is happening. What is going on, And so then you get there the day of the award show and you walk in the red carpet and taking pictures and doing all this stuff and you interviewing and all that. Well, all the while, everybody is, kind of cool. Man, I'm nervous and I'm shaking and I'm like, I can't stop moving because I'm like, I want to win,
Right,
I want to win. But I'm also like, to even be nominated is still a win within itself. And so I'm sitting in the stands in the chairs, and the categories are going by, and they say Best Guest Actor. They say Best Guest Actor category. And so they run the clips and they do the whole nine. I mean, this was legit, right? And the whole time, like I got my head down, I'm holding the program. I'm like, I'm holding the program. I'm rubbing my legs. I'm moving. I'm shaking. And then the announcers say for winner for Best Guest Actor, Draper Wynston Wash, right? And so at first it didn't hit me. I just hear everybody screaming. I just hear everybody screaming that I was with because it was a bunch of us that were there from Wash. And so they're just screaming like, oh, Draper. And I'm like, what? They was like, Draper. I'm like, oh, I won. Oh my gosh, I won. Oh my gosh, I won. I'm like, I won. So I walk down, I go accept my award, and I have to give this speech. And that was one of the most, I have never been that nervous talking in front of people. I'm an actor. I get vulnerable. I do all these different roles and I get to vulnerable states, but I was so nervous saying that speech because it was the first time that I had won something of that magnitude. And I'm saying this speech, man, I thank everybody. And it's so surreal still sitting up there. Like every time I walk past that trophy, like I kept the little envelope and everything. It's like I relived that moment all over again. And I got done with the speech. And they had the walk-up music and everything.
Really?
The Emmys was last night. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, the Emmys was last night. And if you heard that walk-up music, man, they had the walk-up music and everything. So it was like my heart is bouncing and chasing and running. And after I delivered the speech, they take me backstage and I walk all the way around and I have to take pictures again, man. And as I'm walking, man, I start shedding tears. Man, I start shedding tears because it's just like a moment that you work hard for. And as an actor, it's something to be recognized by your peers. And it is also something to be recognized by people that don't really know you. All they know you from is from your work.
Right.
And so I had never met any of these people. And all I knew them from, all they knew me from was from my work, the clips that they had been sent. And they loved it enough to vote me as Best Guest Actor for Washed. And man, I cried. I called my wife crying and she was like, oh my gosh. I called my dad. He was like, that's what I'm talking about. I called my mom, like it was a huge, huge celebration, man. And so it was When I say surreal, it was like very, very, very surreal. So that one, you know, all the awards that I'm going to win coming up here like soon is that one is going to mean so much to me because it was my first
Wow, dude.
one.
Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't realize, like, once you sitting there and then all of a sudden your
Mhm.
name get called, like, people need to know what that reaction is, right? And you just gave it to them. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
man,
like
it's
surreal. Like, you
surreal.
didn't even know. You ain't
Yeah,
even know. You sit there like, what? All right. Oh, shoot. Talk about me? Yeah.
man, everybody screaming around me. I had no clue. I was like, they said Draper Wynston. I'm just like, oh man, was this who won? Who won? It was like Draper, you won. I was like, all right, let me walk down there. But it was, man,
Oh,
it's
man.
it's still an amazing feeling to this day. So
Oh, blessings, man, blessings. So let's dive into a couple of things, man, because you know you are an actor, you're a producer, director, and you're an author, right?
mhm.
So let's get into the director phase right now, right? Because you are behind the scenes with thicker than a berry, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
sweeter than the juice. So let's talk about that. How did you transition from being that actor and now being a director? Take me through that transition.
Oh man, so I just, man, I have a love and a passion for the arts. I have a love and passion for acting and just anything filmmaking, if you will. And I was like, I wanted to learn how to direct because some of the best directors that I have been fortunate enough to work with, um, they have been extremely impactful. You know, extremely impactful. Allow me to create, see my talent, and just allow me to be an actor. And that was something that I wanted to do. And being a director, it's more than just yelling action and cut. It's more than that, man. It's creating this vision for this project. And so I got a chance to learn how to talk to actors. I got a
Mhm,
chance to learn how to direct actors, get the best out of actors. And until it helped me become a better actor. And that was one of the main reasons that I wanted to do it was I'm always looking for ways to how can I perfect and work and get better at my craft of acting. I'm an actor first.
mhm,
That is, what's at the top of the list, and everything else falls underneath that. And so everything is a way to get better and sharpen that tool of being an actor. And so that was one of the main reasons I did it. And I wanted to learn everything from front to back, from casting to producing to directing to the in edit, being with sound, like all that stuff. I wanted
mhm,
to learn how to do that and what really goes into it. So when I step on these sets, now I understand and I know what needs to be done, what needs to be said from my standpoint as an actor to help make this film great.
mhm,
And it's an exciting process, man. It's an exciting process. I love it. I enjoyed it. I
mhm.
enjoyed it. And man, I would do it again. I would do it again.
So let's talk about that just a little bit, right? We're going to touch on some things. Now,
Okay.
you being cast as an actor, right?
Mhm.
And now you the director, now you casting people.
Yeah.
What was Take me through your thoughts, right? And how did you like learn how to cast people? Because it's different from being that
Yeah.
actor and now you're that director and now you casting people. You're like, yo, I've been in their shoes.
Yeah. 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 So I took kind of an unorthodox style of it, man. When we did
Okay.
the casting call, man, I was really like I had one-on-one times with all of them. We had a group of people that were there, but
Hmm.
I really talked to the actors, new
Hmm.
experience, in the middle, intermediate,
Hmm.
and I didn't give anybody. I never wanted to make anybody just feel like, okay, you ain't got it, or
Right.
this ain't it for you. I wanted to at least let them be welcome. One of the first things I told them was just have fun with it because we lose sight of that. Actors lose
Hmm.
sight of having fun with the audition and the audition process. We lose sight of that. What we do is we get in there, we get nervous. Why? Because we want the role so bad. We want to be good and all that stuff, right? And
Hmm.
so my first thing to him was have fun. Have fun. This ain't work. You ain't at work. You ain't where you would be for this 10, 15-minute slot. just forget about everything else that's going on and just have a good time, have fun. And that took a lot of weight off those actors' shoulders, because when you walk into a room, a lot of times you don't get told that. You don't get told that. You get, they're in there, they're looking and moving through, and they're moving fast, and they're trying to get to who they want to see. They're trying to see what you got and all that. And so a lot of times you may not get a second chance. A lot of times you may not. But I wanted to allow that. I wanted to allow those actors and actresses the opportunity, the ability to feel like, okay, all right, I'm doing okay.
Right.
I'm doing okay wherever they fall on the range. But I wanted them to feel like they're doing okay. So it was definitely different sitting on the other side of that table, because you can see the tension that these actors have when they walk in. You can see the nervousness. You can see all of that, man. One young man, he was so nervous he could barely talk and read. So I got up. I went, put my arm around his shoulder. I said, hey, look, man. I said, man, we're here to have a good time. I said, just relax and just have fun with it. I said, you know what this character is, you know what's going on. Say, man, just have a good time. Man, that little cat just relaxed a little bit, man. He gave a pretty good performance. So often that's never going to happen in a casting room. Like, not ever. That's never going to happen, right? That's never going to happen. And so I just wanted to take an unorthodox style in doing that, regardless of where they are, because there were new actors, intermediate, experienced actors that came through that casting call, and I wanted them all to feel like, this was a safe place to be. So it was fun, though. It was fun.
Let's transition to 2024, right?
Okay.
So now, you got Lifetime that hit you up. Now you want Secret Beneath the Floorboards. Let's talk about that a little bit, man. Like, how did that role? How did you come up? How did Lifetime get in touch with you? First of all, secondly, when you was reading the script, how did you feel about the roles that you was playing? And just let's take it through the whole transition of that, because it's 2024 now, and now everything's starting to come back. You know what I mean? So let's go through that.
Man, Secrets Beneath the Floorboards was an exciting project. Man, I have an amazing team. Not just my publicist, not just my publisher Cheryl, but my manager Gina at Top 10 Talent, and my agent Jill at Exclusive Artist Agency. Man, my team is strong. Man, they are phenomenal, and so we work together finding projects. They find some. I mean, they find a lot. Almost all of my projects are through them. Sometimes I find stuff that I get a little bug on, and so I check it out. And so this was one of those. I got an ear to, hey, this film that's filming, you might be good for it. So I submitted myself to it, man, got the audition, and they called and got booked. I immediately called my manager and my agent, Gina and Jill, and they was like, hey, this is going to be awesome. Right. They did their thing, which they do, and they do well. They did their thing. And then next thing I know, I'm up north filming this film. And so I didn't know, to be honest, I didn't know that it was actually going to be on Lifetime until I get to my first day of filming. And we're having a good time. I talked to the producer, and I'm just like, hey, man, I'm really excited about this. This is a really cool project. I'm glad to be here. Thank y'all for everything. Hey, where is this? Where is this going to be? Where is this ending up at? I was like, oh, he's like, oh man, this is going on Lifetime. I was like, oh, okay. And he literally said it like that. Oh yeah, this will be on Lifetime. I was like, cool. That'll work. All right, cool. And so when I got booked for it, of course, I got the script and everything, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, I'm loving this. I'm playing a detective, and I'm really solving everything, right? And what was even better, I was through the whole movie. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm through the whole movie. I said, okay. I said, this is pretty dope. Then the director calls me. He's like, hey, I just love what you did in your audition. We just really love what you did. Let's just talk. so I spent about an hour and a half with the director, and we talked about it and talked about the direction that he wanted Detective Hinkles to go. And that was it. So next thing I know, I'm up filming for 5 days. And it was an amazing time. It was an amazing time. Met some amazing actors and actresses. And it was just another surreal moment. You see these networks and you see these different opportunities, and God just been blessing. It's like, boom, here you go. You on Lifetime. So it was fun, man. It was fun.
Man, hold up, man. I gotta ask this question because Mr. Q said, "What are your nicknames?" You see it right there.
Yeah, I do, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's my daddy, and so I love my daddy, man. That's my daddy. He is one of my biggest. He is one of my biggest supporters, man. I tell you that. Man. He is my daddy. I tell you. Like my antics and stuff, man. A lot of my antics come from my daddy, man. And then who's also here is my brother too. So that's my people there, man. They're my people, man. They're my biggest supporters. I run everything. I talk to them about everything, and we laugh about a bunch of stuff. And so, man, they're my people. It's my only brother, and whatnot. And so my brother's like my biggest love hater. I'm gonna tell you why, right? So
All right, tell me why.
All right, I'm tell you why he's my biggest love hater, right? So I tell him, I said, hey man, like the Walker Project. I said, hey man, I'm about to go film this TV show. I'm gonna call you later. So I call him from my hotel room. He was like, where they put you at? I said, man, look at my room. He was like, ooh, you got your the robe on and everything. You just nice, huh? You still can't act. I said, say, man, what you mean I can't act? Man, that's why I'm down here. So he calls me, he said, I see you, bombshell. That's what he does, man. That's what he does. But he means it all in love. He means it all in love because I get a chance to mess with him too. He's a D1 ref and referee for basketball. And so he does a good job too, man. So I love the relationship my dad and my brother have.
Oh man. Blessings. A D1 ref, big bro. Hey man. Stop calling them fouls when you ain't got to call them fouls. You know what I mean? Don't do that.
Hey, he makes some questionable calls, man. I'm telling you.
Oh man. So let's transition now, man, because we already talked about your acting, we already talked about your directing, author, and something that got me right, because you got your book out. Let's talk about the letters to the beginnings, right? And you talked about the letters, no and yes. Let's talk about that a little bit, man.
Man, the book was, and the book just kind of happened. I never had planned to write a book, but I always wanted to be just impactful with doing this. I never wanted to always be about self when I'm acting and all that. I always wanted this to be impactful, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I know, being an actor, man, for those 30 minutes to, if I'm on a TV show, to an hour and a half if I'm in a film, or for 2 hours if I'm on stage, man, for that amount of time, I'm helping somebody with whatever it is that they may need to be, right? Whether it's them having a tough time, they get to laugh, they just forget about their problems for that amount of time. And so the book was an opportunity for me to reach more people and just show people that you can go after whatever you want to go after, right? And so in the midst of that, you hear a lot of no's when you're trying to start and go after your dreams and your vision. You hear a lot of no's, man, and it gets difficult. But it only takes one yes for you to get going. It only takes one yes to change your life or change the trajectory of where you want to go. And I talk about just all the stuff that I decided to do when I was writing the book. I talked about all the things that I was doing and some of the things that I had in mind that I wanted to do, man. And it was just an opportunity for me to tell people that you have the chance to do what you want to do. You have the chance to go after your visions. You just have to decide how and when you're going to do it, man. I heard something today was like, you can't wait till the perfect time to start something. You're going to always be waiting. There's never a perfect time. You just got to start it and then figure it out along the way. and don't let those no's stop you. If it's something that you really want to do, if it's something that you really want to do, that you know deep down in your heart, within yourself, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing and that I want to do, you don't let those no's stop you, man. They're little building blocks, because you're going to appreciate that yes, you know. So man, it's on Amazon. It's called Letters to My Beginnings. So you get a chance to get it, read. It's on Audible as well too. So it's an opportunity to just inspire people, man. It's a quick read, and it's definitely an opportunity for people to understand that you can do what it is that you really dream of doing.
I like that, bro. I like that. Now your brother then came back at you. You know what I mean? Ask questions as the wine glasses. At the wine glass. Yo, he got to say, yo.
Hey,
bro.
that's what hey, man. I tell you, gonna love him. I said this entire interview. I said, if my people get on, it's gonna be a fun time, man. It's gonna be a fun time. Because man, I just started getting into wine, right? I just started getting into wine. And so, you know, now he'll see me swirling my glass when he called me, talking to me like, oh, you got your pinky up? What you doing? I say, hey, man, I'm just trying to enjoy a little bit of wine, man. What's the problem?
Oh, man. Yo, man, because your dad said, you know, your dad was like, hey, are you singing in any of your upcoming projects?
So, okay. So that's funny that he would say that. So, no, I'm not singing in any of my upcoming projects. I have sung in a project, but I will tell you this, right? I am not. Let's just get this, you know, out the way. Okay. I can hold a note in 30 buckets of water. Okay. I can hold a note for 30 buckets, but I'm not no John Legend. Let's riff it out. I'm not Johnny Gill. I'm not even a Maxwell. I'm not none of them. I'm not a singer. I'm an actor, right? So you're not going to see me in a stage play, you know, belting it out like my partner Tony Grant. You're not going to see me doing that, right?
Right.
I'm not going to win. And if I do sing, it's just to bring some comedic relief. I'm not finna sing serious. But now, don't get me into karaoke. It's going to be a mean battle, I'll tell you that. I will put on a show at karaoke. Karaoke
with
is
the wine glass. You're gonna have the wine glass with you too. You gotta have the wine.
The wine. I'm telling you, spinning the wine. Yes, sir.
Oh man. So so what you got coming up right now, man? You know what I mean? That people could look forward to.
Man, 2024, man, I'm really excited about 2024. What's coming out? I have Bid for Love 2, which is coming out with Black China, Angela White as a name, Darren Henson, Clifton Powell, Dawn Halfkenny, Stephen Colbert, and a bunch of others, which is coming out. So that should be coming out this year. King of Dallas, which is coming out as well, with Justin Rhodes, and a bunch of others. Also got The Beautiful Struggle, which is coming out with myself. I'm the lead in that, with Rolando Rochelle from the Country Wayne skits, and Wesley Christmas, TC Carson from Living Single. He's in it. Ashley Rios and Quinn Walters, who are from Cat on Stage and stuff. So that's coming out as well. Also got Promiscuously Toxic, which I'm the lead in as well, which is coming out this year. I feel like I'm missing something else. No, then I got a stage play in New Orleans, Miss D's Kitchen, which is March 8th in New Orleans. And I'll be down there with Tony Grant, Nia Dorsey from, I believe, Basketball Wives or Housewives, some one of them reality shows, and Miss Katrina Walker. And man, got some other stuff working with Darren Henson called House Ain't a Home. That's out now, which is streaming. But working on some stuff with him as well too. So 2024 is fun. It's gonna be a fun time, man.
Man, listen, man, you working, bro. You working.
Man, it's blessings. Thank you.
Blessings. All right, man. Well, listen, man, we definitely appreciate you joining us here on the show. Thanks, Pops, brother, timing in, you know, having a good time with it. So tell everybody where they can find you at on all social media websites.
Absolutely. You can go to my website, Draper Wynston, www.draperwinston.com. It's just like how it's spelled on the screen. You can check me out on Instagram at IamDWinston. Same thing on Facebook and everywhere else. Just type in Draper Wynston, and as you can find me. So I'm just, man, I'm thankful, man. I have a amazing team again. Shout out to my manager Gina, my agent Jill, and of course my publicist Cheryl. So, man, my team is strong, and I just appreciate everything that they do. Man, I appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
Oh man, listen, man, I appreciate you for joining us here, man. You know what I mean? Because we all bundled up here. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I gotta represent my team. My
I
team lost,
see.
but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I went through the motions. I went through the motions
For sure.
yesterday, and now I'm
Yeah.
feeling better today. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, look, I don't have a dog in this fight. My team, I'm New Orleans Saints fan from time to
Yeah.
time, and I say that strongly from time to time. But I don't, I know what to expect from my team. The city
Right.
that I live in, that I
Uh-huh.
reside in, man, they have a tough time, man, and I feel for them each and every year. And so I make sure that they okay, and then we keep
Right.
on pushing. I just wait till this time happens, because the cycle continues. The cycle continues.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's always funny to see when this time of year happens, man. And what happens is so much fun.
Listen, since 1998. I'm just saying. I just put that out there since 1998. Every year.
Every year.
They go into the Super Bowl every year. We're gonna
Every
win
year.
every year, and
Mhm.
just like every year, just boop. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Every year the playoffs keep happening too. Every year. Every year. Every year the playoffs keep happening.
Listen, I definitely gotta say this. I love the Cowboy fans. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. I love them to
For
death.
sure.
You know what I mean? Because they are real fans of the teams, right?
Yes, they
But
are.
man, oh man, listen, y'all. Reality is 1998. Haven't went your way at all, and y'all been losing. That's the second time y'all lost against Green Bay. I mean,
It's
in the
been a
playoffs.
tough time, man. It's been a tough time for him, man. It's been a tough time.
But we love them though. We love them.
Yeah. All love.
We love them. You know what I mean? And like I tell people now, people say, Dallas Cowboys, we American team. Yeah, because they want to see y'all lose. So all America want to see you lose. So yeah, of course you're America's team because this is what happens. We love you. You know what I mean? But you know what? I digress. I'm not gonna get to it because we're sitting on a bench just like them. So what I mean? I digress with that. But I'm just saying.
Hey, that's why I hit you with the disclaimer before. I don't have a dog in this fight. I know what my team has done. You know what I'm saying? I just know the city I live in. That's all.
Yeah. Well, man, I definitely appreciate you joining us here in the show, man. You gotta stay in touch with us, man.
Man, for sure.
Any upcoming projects that you got, come on back. Come on, holla at us, and man, welcome to the family, cuz, as we say here on the show,
thank
man.
you.
Yo,
I
shout
appreciate
out
it,
to
man.
Pop.
Grateful.
Yo, shout out to Pop, shout out to brother, man. I mean, they funny.
They are, man. I'm telling you. I've been dealing with it for all the years of my life, man. I promise you, man.
Oh man, blessings. Well, yo, man, keep on doing your thing, man. And
thank you.
Hey, man, we here, bro. We here. Appreciate you,
sure
man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you,
bro.
Man,
right,
you do
bro.
the same. I'm grateful. Y'all have a good one for the win.
Yes, sir. Oh man, y'all, good show. Hey, we got this show was good. Funny. Little brother funny as I don't know what. Big bro funny as I don't know what that. But listen, y'all, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and follow them all social media, Instagram, Facebook, website. Go ahead and follow him, y'all. Check out all his stuff. Lifetime, CW, Amazon Prime. They all out there. Wash, Walker. Hey, Secrets Beneath the Floorboard. You got to check that out. Hey, man, but listen, like I always say, someone asks you how you doing, you tell them that you're doing better than yesterday. And make sure, y'all, y'all do good for other people. And our scholarship is now running again. Last year, we gave out one scholarship to any high school student that's studying in the medical field with a 2.5. This year, we are giving out 2. So y'all see it at the bottom. Make sure y'all go ahead and enter it. any high school student that you know. And if you want to give donations, yes, it is tax deductible. So let's keep on piling up so we can keep on helping kids out financially to make sure they don't get into debt. Because college is a debt, y'all. Believe me when I tell you, it's a debt. All right. I love y'all. And tomorrow, man, we're gonna have on my man Ron Jenkins. Gonna become a Jeter. Ron Jenkins is gonna be coming here on the show. Couples relationships. And we're going to get into a couple of things when it comes down to couples and relationships and situations and problems and stuff like that. All right. I love y'all. Y'all be good. And I will see y'all tomorrow here on the OT Radio Show. Thank you for watching.